This is Brandy Bailey. I'm a trainer at TaxSlayer Pro Support. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Taxes to Go mobile app and the customer portal. To start a lesson on the app, we're here in Account Hub at TaxSlayerPro.com, and I've already logged in with my credentials. There are two versions of the Taxes to Go app. First one is a branded version that is customized to your office. To customize your Taxes to Go app, log in at Account Hub, and then on the home screen, go to the Taxes to Go tile and click View. Setting up a custom Taxes to Go app for your office is very simple. You'll enter your office name here at Profile Name. You can choose a color theme from the drop-down menu, and you can upload a logo if you have an office logo. You can check this box at Profile Configuration to only show the logo on the mobile site, which we'll look at in a moment. If you uncheck the box, the logo will show both on the app itself and on the mobile landing page. When you've set up your app, click Save. The first time that you do this, the referral link here will appear. This referral link is very important. Note that it has a sequence of 4 or 5 numbers on the end, and those numbers correspond directly to your office. Any taxpayer who uses this link to download the Taxes to Go app will see your logo and branding, and their tax return will go directly to your ProWeb office as soon as they complete and submit it. To send out the link to your customers, you can either copy this link and paste it to your Facebook, Instagram, or other social media page, or you can click the link and enter your taxpayer's information to send it directly to their phone. So you will enter their phone number, email address, first and last name. You can skip the referral code, and when you've got their information in, click Continue. This will send a text message with a link to their phone, and they will click on the download link in the text message to download the Taxes to Go app with your branding. They'll complete the app, submit it, and it will go to your office. Let's jump into our ProWeb office now. I've already logged in, and you can see here on the main menu, a new box has appeared that says Taxes to Go Clients, and it's got a number 1 in it. This means that a taxpayer has used the branded app and submitted a Taxes to Go app return, and it has come directly to the office. We can retrieve it here by clicking Taxes to Go Clients. This takes you to the Taxes to Go client list, where all of your app customers who've submitted their app returns will be queued up and ready to claim. To pull this return into your software, just click Claim. You'll get the 7216 disclosure notification. Just click OK. So the taxpayer has filled out their personal information, their dependents' information. They've either uploaded PDFs or photos of their tax documents in the app, and now you will prepare the return as normal with the information, their name, social, date of birth, all of that is in here. We'll click Continue. We've got to answer the Georgia return question. There's no dependent here. All right, now we're at the income menu. To fill out the income menu, we need to access the income forms that the user sent in the app. So we'll come up to their name drop-down menu here and access Scan Documents. You can see that the taxpayer uploaded a photo of their driver's license, a Form 1099, a selfie, and a W-2. And you can click Download on these buttons to download the PDFs or photos that the taxpayer sent and use them to fill out the rest of the return. You can upload documents that you scan in the office yourself by choosing Upload Documents here. You can quickly download all documents by choosing Download All, and you can close this window. So using the information that the taxpayer sent over, you can complete this tax return. Let's go to Save and Exit on the left navigation menu. Now on the main menu, we'll go to Client Search, And we'll see that branded app user's return has been saved and is in progress. Remember, you can also use the tools dropdown to access scanned documents here on the client list. Now let's talk about the unbranded or generic Taxes to Go app. This version of the app is not customized by your office. There's no referral link to send out. The taxpayer, anybody can just download it from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. In this version of the app, the taxpayer fills out their information, takes photos or uploads PDFs of their tax documents, and submits the return. And when they submit the return, they get a 6-digit tax code. So they must get in touch with you and provide their email address that they used to register the app and the 6-digit tax code. And once you have those 2 pieces of information from the taxpayer, you'll come on your main menu to Import App User. You'll put in the email and tax code that they provided. Once you've got the email and tax code in, you can click Import App User. The 7216 consent warning pops up. We'll click OK. And just like before, the taxpayer has already filled out their personal information. We'll answer the Georgia return question. This taxpayer does have a dependent, and they included their information on the return. There are no additional dependents, so we'll click No here, and we'll land on the income menu. We can go up to their name drop-down menu to access scanned documents, download all of the scanned documents, and close this window. After you import an app user, and before you start working on the return, I recommend saving and exiting from the left navigation menu, just to make sure that they are on your client list and saved. Then you can go right back in and get to work. Here is generic customer in progress on the client list. Whether they use the branded or generic app, your customers can chat with you from the app, and you will be able to chat with them using the chat feature here in ProWeb. It's in the bottom right corner here, and we have some notifications. So it's yellow right now. We'll click on the yellow banner. Now with a branded app user, they can begin chatting with you the moment they submit their return in the app. So branded app users sent a message letting you know that they've sent over their return info and pictures of tax documents. So I'll just let them know that we got it. The generic app customer can only chat with you once you have imported their return into your software. So when you save and exit their return, you can come down here to the chat menu and let them know that you've received their return, and we'll start working on it soon. And send. Remember that you can access the app chat history here on the Tools drop-down menu. It will pop up in a little window, and you can review it. Let's skip ahead a little bit. I've used the documents that the branded app users sent over to complete their tax return. And now I'm in the e-file section on the return details page. We've got to select their refund type. We're going to go at paper check e-file and their state return type. The client owes, so they're going to have to mail a payment to Georgia. I've got to confirm their email. The taxpayer's PIN and ERO's PIN automatically pre-fill. We'll click continue. I've got the standard fees applied to this return, and I'll click continue. They provided a driver's license information in the app, so I need to fill that out using the driver's license that they sent a picture of. When I've got the driver's license information in, I'll click continue. Next, we've got to answer our custom questions. This is one of the places where custom questions can help you out. If you've posted your branded app referral link on your Facebook page or your Instagram account, you can set up the custom question to capture that information. Where did the taxpayer get the referral link from? In this case, I've chosen Facebook. I'll click continue. We don't have an electronic signature from the taxpayer yet, and that is why we're going to send the tax document back to the app for the taxpayer to sign. So we're going to quickly review the submission page here, and we're going to come down to Share Tax Documents section where Taxes to Go is already chosen. And we're going to choose Send Document here to send the return to the taxpayer to sign in the app. The tax return has been sent. We can save and exit the return now. We'll come down to the chat, click on their name, and let them know that we sent the return to sign. You can see that we have an unread message. Let's check our chat. It looks like the branded app user signed and sent back the document. You've got a notification here from the app that the taxpayer signed, but also a message from the taxpayer themselves. To see their signature applied in the program, you want to log out and back in. This allows ProWeb to make a web call and pull that signature in. So let's log out quickly and back in. Now let's go to Client Search. Choose Branded App User. We'll go to the e-file section of the return. We'll skip to the submission page. And you can see the taxpayer's signature from the app is now applied to the return. This return is ready to be e-filed. You can mark it complete and choose Transmit Return. All right, now that we've talked about how the branded and generic Taxes to Go app works in your ProWeb software, there's one more feature that we need to go over, and that is the customer portal. The customer portal allows you and your taxpayer to establish a website where you can securely upload documents to each other, and you can collect the taxpayer's signature remotely. Unlike the app, the customer portal does not require the taxpayer to download an application. Rather, they receive an email from you to register for a customer portal account on a website. Let's open up one of our returns. We cannot use the customer portal and the Taxes to Go app on the same return. This is an either-or proposition. Keeping that in mind, we're going to go to one of our non-app returns. Remember, there are a couple of different places where you can establish a customer portal. You can do it up here at their name drop-down menu, or you can do it on the e-file page under Share Tax Documents. So let's go back to the e-file page. I'm going to skip to the submission page, the Share Tax Documents section, and Customer Portal. See, Taxes to Go is gray because it is not an option for this return. I've already connected it to the Customer Portal. To initiate a customer portal, you'll enter the taxpayer's email and click Send Invite. You'll get notification that an invitation was sent. The taxpayer's notification will include a link to the customer portal page. They will use the same email address that you put in here to register an account for the customer portal. After you send the invitation to portal, you can send the tax return document, and you'll get notification that documents were sent to the portal. When the taxpayer registers for their account, receives the documents and signs them, again, you will log out of the program and back in to see the signatures applied. We're back on the main menu now. Remember, on the left navigation menu, you've got a link to our TaxSlayer Pro Support knowledge base. And in the knowledge base, we have a section on the mobile app and customer portal that will be very useful to you during tax season. Let's choose to view those articles now. The Taxes to Go questions and troubleshooting section is taken directly from your support calls, emails, and chats. Most frequently asked questions are all answered here. If you search the knowledge base by keyword taxes to go, you'll see the ProWeb Taxes to Go user guide. I highly recommend checking out the user guide. We update it every year with play-by-play screenshots from the app. It's got frequently asked questions. You can download it to PDF here at the bottom. And let's take a look at that PDF together real quick. The manual starts by discussing the difference between branded and generic apps, then shows you step-by-step how to set up your branded app in your office, how to import Taxes to Go returns in ProWeb, how to chat with your taxpayer in ProWeb, access scanned documents, send the documents back for signature. And let's go back to the knowledge base for a moment. Right underneath the Taxes to Go manual for ProWeb, you can see Taxes to Go for Taxpayer. This is a really useful PDF to download, and I'll show you why. The Taxes to Go guide for taxpayers shows you exactly how the taxpayer journeys from downloading the app, setting up an account, filling out their tax information and uploading documents. And this is for iOS and Android applications. It shows the green check mark of success that lets the taxpayer know they've submitted their tax return, how to upload additional documents, how to chat with you, their tax preparer, how to sign the documents, and what that signature page looks like in the app. So both the preparer side and the taxpayer side manuals are definitely worth your time, and you can find them in our knowledge base. Just search Taxes to Go. Let's jump back into Account Hub for a moment. I want to show you how you can track your app and customer portal users throughout tax season and troubleshoot any issues that come up. We're going to visit Web Reports. So come up here to the App Switcher. That's the square made of squares in the top right corner, and choose the green Web Reports icon. There are a variety of very useful reports here in Web Reports. We're going to skip right down to the miscellaneous reports section. You've got a customer portal report and a Taxes to Go report. Let's click on the Taxes to Go. You'll start by selecting the tax year and your EFIN. Some offices have more than one EFIN, and that's why this is important. And then click Run Report. When you run the Taxes to Go report, a list of all Taxes to Go returns in your office comes up. And I want to show you how to read this report. Of course, you've got the first and last name and email address of all of your customers here, their social if they've filled out the app, their phone numbers. The website sent column indicates the timestamp of when you sent out the branded referral link from Account Hub. The app start date indicates when the taxpayer downloaded the app and registered an account. The app submit date reflects the date and timestamp for when the taxpayer completed their tax return in the app and hit the submit button. And the app claimed date indicates the timestamp for when you claimed that return in your ProWeb office. The validation code date indicates the numbers at the end of your branded app referral link. They will always be the same, and this is the custom number for your office. A branded app user will always have a 4 or 5-digit code at the end of your referral link, and the code will match here. If it is a generic customer, they will have a 6-digit code. Now, how can you use this report to make your life easier? Say you've sent the referral link out, and your taxpayer says they've submitted the app to you, but you have not received a Taxes to Go return in the queue on the main page in ProWeb. You can come to the web report and check for an app start date and an app submit date. For example, this customer has a website sent date that indicates that I sent them my referral link, but they do not have an app start date, meaning they never registered for the app. And of course, there's no submit date because they never submitted their information. Say there's a customer who has an app start date, but there's no app submit date. That means they did not finish filling out the tax return in the app and they did not submit it yet. So you can let them know to finish the process on their side and submit it to you. Let's go back and check out the customer portal report. So we're back at Web Reports main page, down to miscellaneous reports, customer portal report. Again, we'll select our EFIN and tax year and choose Run Report. All right, here on the customer portal report, it looks similar to the Taxes to Go report. You've got the first and last name, email address, last four, cell phone number, the name of the preparer, the date that the customer portal invitation link was sent, the date that the taxpayer created or registered for the customer portal, and the date that the portal return was e-filed. So like the Taxes to Go report, you can use the customer portal report to track your taxpayer's journey through using the application. And before we close this lesson, again, if you go to the TaxSlayer Pro knowledge base, on the left navigation menu in your software, and type in customer portal, a list of portal related articles will come up. There is a ProWeb customer portal manual that you can download to PDF. And just like the Taxes to Go manual, this is a step-by-step walkthrough of how to create the portal in your software, send the link out to your taxpayer. You can see what the invitation email looks like for the taxpayer or what the text message looks like, and the link that they use to create their account. Next, we have a walkthrough of what it looks like on the taxpayer's side to register for that account. They have to verify their account with MFA, just as we do to log in and out of ProWeb. This is what the customer portal looks like on the taxpayer's side. There's a walkthrough of how they can upload their documents to you and how you send documents back to them for signature. Next, it shows how the client signs their documents. First, they create their signature, and then they apply it to the documents. And finally, the taxpayer can communicate with you from the customer portal using the Taxes to Go chat. And those notifications will come up in ProWeb in your chat box in the bottom right corner. And if you'd like to learn more about web reports and review the information that we covered in this lesson, search web reports in the knowledge base, and the web reports article will come up. It describes the available reports and their functions and usefulness to you in your tax office. Thank you for joining me for these new user orientation seminar lessons. I hope they're a great help to you. Remember, you can contact TaxSlayer Pro support by email, phone, or using chat in your ProWeb office.